Welcome to the 26th Quality of Life Innovations Awards Ceremony. I'm Phyllis Perillo, founder, president, and CEO of Working in Support of Education. Today, we are celebrating schools, their dedicated educators, and passionate young people. We are also honoring a math teacher who has improved the quality of life in Brooklyn and Queens. QLI is fortunate to have support from PwC, the New York City Department of Youth and Community Development, City Council Member Brannon, the UFT, the Laura Niles Foundation, Mike Warshawski, the New York City Mayor's Office, the five borough presidents of New York City, and the New York Junior League. The program is also made possible by 100 volunteers who were judges, mentors, webinar instructors, coaches, and QLI alumni. Our distinguished finalist judges today included Deborah Smith, Emeritus WISE board member, Erin Baskett, SQN Global, Brian Sios, former WISE staff member, Catherine Dominique from Wells Fargo Bank, and Dr. Zoe Mandel, former QLI manager. And of course, I applaud my board of directors and staff, Julia Tarantino, our QLI senior manager, and those who mentored and helped to organize this ceremony, David Anderson, Christy Nguyen, Mike Castrilli, Kyla Duarte, Luis Romero, Samantha Spina, Jean Kellett, Sheila Beatty, and Ethan Finkelstein. Thank you all. QLI requires young people to complete a project on a real world issue that culminates in a competition. This amazing program develops academic skills for college and the workplace. It inspires young people to be civically responsible and social entrepreneurs, and to improve the quality of life in communities. It's also a program that adds to the landscape of effective educational initiatives. And that's important because it helps to improve the human condition and the future of our young people. Each year, we gain insight on issues that young people care about related to education, diversity, equity, social justice, the environment, health, city services, cyberbullying, business, and technology. QLI students address their community issues with research and solutions that they actually implement. And they recommend and implement new innovative products, services, technology, materials, programs, and more. I have many, many fond memories and can talk for hours on QLI projects from the past 26 years. So many have made a real world difference. And the thing that I noticed today the most is that young people really have a much stronger voice. They really can talk about that which they care about. Their PowerPoint slides were they were wonderful, absolutely special. And their presentations were extraordinarily strong. I'm glad that I wasn't the finalist judge. To every student who completed a proposal this year, despite of the challenge of COVID, congratulations. You are all winners. You will never forget your quality of life experience. And now you have the skills to build on through college and your professional career. Also know that we've created an official program for you, and you can access that program by downloading it at the link that is in our chat now. It will also be on our website. I'm really fortunate and very proud of QLI and the work of WISE. Let me share a short video on WISE that was created for our recent gala.
Welcome to the magic of WISE. The year, 1998. The Hale-Bopp comet has stargazers around the world looking up at the night sky.
I'm flying!
Titanic wins the Academy Award for Best Picture. And in New York City, something wonderful is happening in the world of education.
WISE started with educational programs.
Together, two long-running programs, the WISE Institute and the Quality of Life Innovations, combine to become the seeds of working in support of education.
For all of us at WISE, it's about empowerment. And that empowerment can be young adults. It could be returning veterans or the survivors of domestic violence. Taking in foundational skills that will serve an individual throughout the course of their life.
From its roots in New York City, WISE has grown its programs into becoming a pioneer in reaching both inner city and rural Americans.
The school system doesn't provide the tools for students to become financially literate, and that's where WISE comes in.
The cost of college tuition has increased by 1,375% since 1978.
Growing up, your parents can't just pay for everything. When you get to college, being able to manage money and be able to set up a budget is very crucial.
51% of all college students drop out due to finances.
We are trying to tackle bringing financial education to all segments of the population so that hopefully they can lead a life of financial well-being.
For over 20 years, WISE has been introducing original programs that provide students with a unique learning experience.
We've been working with WISE for over a decade now, and financial literacy is probably one of the most important things that I teach my students.
The WISE Institute prepare young people for a better future because students are exposed to options that they would never have dreamed about.
Moody's has always had a significant focus on education, which is squarely within WISE's wheelhouse. So they've been a treasured partner for over 14 years.
We love you.
What WISE is doing with the quality of life innovation is not just getting students to become social entrepreneurs, but also become civically engaged.
Each year, 1.3 million women are victims of assault by an intimate partner.
Knowledge about money is power.
A lack of financial independence is the second leading reason women stay in abusive relationships.
Our MoneyWise program helps survivors of domestic violence get on a path to financial independence.
They themselves say, this changes my life. That is rewarding for me.
Many WISE programs are scalable, customizable, and can be tailored to your individual needs.
The staff at WISE are quick to give us extra material or resources if we request it.
There's a lot of flexibility that every time I teach it, I mix it up depending on who's in front of me.
It's this flexibility that enabled WISE to keep their programs running, even during these difficult times.
We'll live at a pivotal time. The more knowledgeable you are, the more skilled you can be to navigate all the challenges in what's really a tough time we're living in.
You know, everything evolves and we have to evolve with it. Get on board. Great people to work with, great curriculum. Why wouldn't you do it? The future is bright because there's an organization like WISE.
And now, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker, Tiba Jahid. She is a senior associate scientist at Pfizer. Tiba participated in the Quality of Life Innovations program as a student at Sheepshead Bay High School. And her proposal on the disposal of batteries won the 2013 Quality of Life First Prize Scholarship. Her passion for research continued after QLI. And as a science major at NYU, where she won multiple awards for her outstanding research, Tiba went on to pursue a career in science, working to address health challenges and to improve the quality of life for many. Tiba, thank you for joining us today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to reflect on my quality of life experience and join you in celebrating innovation in science and research. I wish you all the best of luck and congratulate you on making it this far in the competition. You should be very proud of yourselves. Before starting, I'd like to take a moment to thank the founders of the Quality of Life Innovations Program, Ms. Phyllis Perello. Her hard work and dedication has given me the opportunity to engage and excel in science and research at a very young age. The WISE initiative has made it easier for us to have earlier access than most students do to essential academic and career skills. I would also like to thank my teacher and mentor, Ms. Robin Kovat, for her continued support and unwavering care throughout my high school years. She introduced me to research, and I'm forever thankful for that because it is now my field of expertise. I actually had a very long journey with the Quality of Life program. I submitted 3 proposals under the guidance of Ms. Kovat, and the first proposal was in 2011, which examined the effects of discrimination against Muslim females in New York City, which I worked on with my friend Anissa Fidal. As we all know, after the catastrophic events of September 11, Muslim Americans were heavily targeted, especially women, due to the way we identify ourselves based on the way we dress. The project was quite personal to me, and I was thrilled that it was selected as the Brooklyn Borough Leader winning proposal. It gave me the confidence needed to continue to shed light on other issues in our communities. And my dream was to become a semifinalist. So I tried again and again. The following year, I worked with my other friend, Mariette Gerges, and wrote a proposal on oral hygiene among adolescents in New York City, where we examined the reasons why tooth decay is the most common disease in children and recommended the implementation of school-based dental health programs. However, given its complexity and the added cost, it was very far-fetched. That year, we didn't win anything, but my 2 other friends, Sumaya and Nayab, won something, and we still had something to celebrate with Ms. Kovat. In 2013, I gained enough confidence to work independently on a project, and I worked on the project, which was called The Improper Disposal of Batteries in New York City, which was and still actually is a health concern. But with a lot of practice, patience, and persistence, I was able to earn the first place. I was extremely proud of myself for making it that far. And the reason being, I never thought I would be able to. Back then, before the big presentation, we had to present our proposals to a panel of mock judges, which you also did, in front of other finalists. And when it was my turn to present, I was very much overwhelmed with stage fright. I couldn't get past the name of the proposal before I started tearing. So I left the stage and I went back to my seat. And I could tell by looking that the other finalists were very happy they had one less person to worry about. One of the instructors came afterwards and told me, "You have a really good proposal, but I suggest you practice very well if you want to make it." And that was exactly what I did. I practiced for days, and Ms. Kovat made me present in front of our class multiple times to gain more confidence. I actually saved a printout of the papers and my PowerPoint presentation that I printed out with me on that day, as well as my badge. And to me, they are a constant reminder of where and how my research journey started and why I am currently continuing. In 2018, I graduated from NYU with a bachelor's in biomolecular sciences and a master's in biotechnology. The Quality of Life program helped me hone my interest actually in research. And as a college student, I looked for opportunities to expand my horizons. Initially, I wanted to go to medical school, but when I was given the opportunity to join Dr. Jen Moncler's protein engineering lab, I didn't hesitate. And I found myself back in my happy place doing research again. Our research focused on developing protein drug vehicle with therapeutic and diagnostic properties for breast cancer, which is called theranostic applications. As an English second language learner, having written a scientific book that was signed and approved by scholarly scientists was another big accomplishment for me. Shortly after graduated, I started working as a senior technician at Firmenich, which is a flavors and fragrance company. We were trying to understand the biology of human olfaction to drive new ingredient discovery in flavors and fragrances. And in December of 2020, I joined Pfizer as a senior associate scientist. I am currently a member of the Vaccine Research and Development Program located here in Pearl River. And while working on other viral vaccines, I also had the privilege of participating in the COVID-19 research program, where we generate a lot of data to support the preclinical in vivo studies for the vaccine. So over the past years, I have learned a couple of things which I thought I would share with you all. First is to move at your own pace. Second is not to be afraid of change. And third is to be involved in different fields of research, in as many different fields of research as possible, so you can better choose your own. I started in protein engineering, and then I went to flavors and fragrances, and here I am in viral vaccines. And lastly is to not be intimidated by competition, but welcome it. Be confident in yourself and in your work. And last but not least, Pfizer has created actually 2 new programs for minority groups, specifically, including African Americans and Latinos to obtain more experience in the industry. And one of them is called the Breakthrough, and one of them is called the Fellowship Program. So Google them if you'd like. And with that, I'd like to thank the organizers for giving me the honor to speak this year, and the very best of wishes to all of the finalists. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sterling Roberson, Vice President for Career and Technical Education, High Schools for the United Federation of Teachers. On behalf of Michael Mulgrew, President, and all of the 200,000 members that we represent from various fields, I say congratulations to all of the proposals and the finalists. I want to thank Phyllis and the WISE team for the incredible job that they do with the quality of life innovations and the work that they do to be able to provide these opportunities for young people to solve real world problems. I want to thank to the parents, the partners, and in the school communities who make this day possible by supporting the young leaders as they engage in this work. And with that being said, I'd like to introduce, let me just first say, among this year's competition of participants, there are 8 finalists that have risen to the top because of their exemplary work, their outstanding research, and their passionate sense of community engagement. Their proposals if fully implemented, will be really meaningful and have a long-lasting impact. So, with that being said, it gives me great pleasure to welcome this year's finalists to the stage. They will each have approximately 1 minute for their presentations. So finalists, it's all yours.
The feeling of danger and the threat of sexual harassment or assault is a prominent issue. Teenage girls are often targets because of stereotypes that profile them as weak. Our project seeks to highlight and prevent the unique dangers of public transportation for female teenagers. For our research, we surveyed middle and high school students about traveling through the city. Their responses largely showed that females felt more unsafe compared to their male peers. We also met with Prepare Inc., a violence prevention organization. After this meeting, we decided an online interactive video academy is the most effective implementation because it is accessible and free. We want girls to improve their confidence, so the first lesson we made teaches confidence building. The second is why it is important for male peers to be educated on this issue even if it affects them less. We plan to create more lessons and to promote already existing resources like the MTA incident reporting system on our Instagram account, all with the goal of making the transportation system safer for ourselves and our peers.
Our project was the effective creative writing on teens' mood, and our goal was to improve quality of life by providing teens with a creative outlet in the time of the pandemic, when teens were experiencing more stress, depression, and anxiety than usual. Creative writing was our art medium of choice because of its accessibility and how it's been shown to help with mental health and school performance. Our experiment tackled the question, can creative writing change the mood of teens? And we tested this by administering 5-minute writing prompts to students in 4 of our school's health classes and asking them to rate their mood before and after. Our results show that there is a statistically significant improvement in participants' mood and self-perceived writing scale, and we focused our implementation on incorporating creative writing into the school curriculum. We created a booklet of writing prompts and a guide for our teachers to incorporate them into class, and student testimonials show that these activities have been successful. In summary, our project showed that creative writing, even for 5 minutes, can make a big difference in someone's day.
To give you a brief overview of my team's Quality of Life Innovations project, we produced environmentally sustainable face masks using secondhand fabrics from thrift stores. We sought to combat the increase in pollution caused by disposable masks. This issue is apparent in our community since all students who attend classes in person are required to wear 2 face masks. This has led to an increase in disposable mask usage and with it pollution. Some students use reusable fabric face masks. However, these are created using conventional cotton, which has a production process that is extremely damaging to the environment. To address this issue, we created and sold 10 demo masks that were made using 100% tightly woven cotton t-shirts from our local thrift store. Additionally, we obtained customer feedback, gathered community input through Instagram polls, created a platform on social media to educate people on the issue, and established plans for future optimization and mass production by starting a program next year at our school.
Hello. In our project, Cooking and Healthy Eating for College, we wanted to combat the ever-rising obesity epidemic in the United States. We wanted to find a way to help prepare students for college and make this major turning point in their life a way to develop healthy eating habits, not unhealthy ones. We conducted a research study to analyze the cooking and nutritional confidence and proficiency in our school, then created a website along with 8 videos and 2 articles to help teach kids. We taught them recipes to get them involved in the world of cooking, such as avocado toast and blueberry oatmeal, while taking into consideration their living situations by providing alternatives such as microwave fried rice and eggs. We also taught budgeting, kitchen safety, nutrition, and more through creative themes to help keep students engaged, such as puppets and stop motion. We distributed these resources throughout our community, tested their effectiveness, and left it open to easily add on to our foundations.
Good afternoon. My proposal is called Our Voices Amplified. I address mental health resource access and stigma in Black communities. For my field research, I conducted a survey of 48 questions to 45 Black people in New York City, and I found that there is stigma about mental health in Black communities, that racial discrimination negatively impacts mental health and that it is difficult to find helpful mental health resources. After analyzing these results, I developed a website that compiles trauma-informed mental health resources that cater to Black communities. Secondly, I reached out to religious leaders and connected them with mental health resources to provide for their congregations. I plan to work with directors at the Office of Community Mental Health in New York City and the YMCA to increase citywide implementation of mental health services, especially to vulnerable communities. I'm currently also working to start a mental health program alongside school psychologists and the mental health presidents at my school. And we will invite speakers and host educational events. It is my vision to broaden mental health conversations and connect more people to resources, especially in vulnerable communities.
Good evening. My name is Anika Ross, and my issue of choice is the lack of sex education courses in high schools. I decided to use this issue for my proposal due to the fact that I am a friend of a 15-year-old mother whose life changed drastically when she had her daughter. With this opportunity, I would like to ensure that students are well informed about all matters involving sexual education, so that they are well protected and do not have to be in a position where their life has a drastic change at such a young age. Taking both my research and data collection process into consideration, I came to the conclusion that students generally lack the necessary knowledge about sexual education. Due to this, I recommend the creation of a peer-led sex education program called Peer-led Sex Ed, or PLSE. There are peer-led sex education programs that have been proven to be successful, such as Teen Pep, which is located in New Jersey and other states. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, I was only able to create a mock website for the PLSE program. But although more is needed to be done, I know that it can be a success. Thank you.
Our proposal addresses the linguistic barriers of the New York City voting system that have kept immigrants from exercising the right to vote. When you look at the past, New York's long pattern of disenfranchisement policies have kept minority demographics from turning out to express their thoughts. We surveyed a total of 100 random people and found that 88% of those who encountered barriers in the voting system were immigrants or responding on behalf of a family member who was also an immigrant. Now, in order to tackle the issue we identified, we created a website and brochure on candidate policies. All of these brochures were translated into multiple languages for each of the mayoral race contenders polling above 5%. This applied to both the Democratic and Republican field, making us a nonpartisan source. In order for people to vote for policies that will benefit them and improve their quality of life, they must have access to educational resources in languages they speak proficiently. Voting is often the root cause for change, and we cannot ignore this.
Good afternoon, everyone. My proposal focuses on the discrimination Muslim students undergo and the need for interfaith prayer meditation rooms in New York City high schools. Discrimination and bullying takes a negative toll on students' mental health and lead to adverse health outcomes. Through my research, I found that mental health is an issue that affects us all and not just victims of discrimination and bullying. Interfaith prayer rooms would help students de-stress and reflect during overwhelming moments of their day to reduce these health implications. Prayer is often viewed as a form of meditation and allows students to cope with their stress, and with the implementation of these rooms, students of all backgrounds can simply walk in and practice a quick prayer or meditation. Ensuring equality and safety is a necessity that schools must undertake, and implementing interfaith meditation rooms is a step towards that goal. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Kate Murley and I'm a volunteer with the New York Junior League, which is an organization of women committed to promoting volunteerism and improving their communities. Thank you, finalists. It's now time for the announcement of today's QLI Awards. I'm pleased to announce the first 3 awards. First, we have the Audience Choice Award. Since we have a virtual program this year, we decided to have some fun and give you, the audience, an opportunity to vote on which student you think has the best proposal. I should note your vote does not affect the outcome of our scholarship awards, which were based on 4 rigorous rounds of judging. You will now see a poll appear on your screen, and we invite you to cast your vote for your favorite finalist proposal by clicking on the title of the proposal you selected, then clicking Submit. You will be able to vote for only one proposal. Please vote now. The poll will close in 30 seconds. The proposals are increasing confidence and safety for teenage girls while traveling throughout New York City, the effect of creative writing on teens' mood, sustainable fabric face masks, teaching cooking and nutrition to students in preparation for college life, Our Voices Amplified, addressing mental health in Black communities in New York City, the linguistic barriers of the New York City voting system and its lack of resources for immigrant voters, the lack of sex education courses, and finally, de-stress, fear less. All right, it gives me great pleasure to announce that the winner of the Audience Choice Award is The Linguistic Barriers of the New York City Voting System and Its Lack of Resources for Immigrant Voters. The student is Suripita Paul, Rosemary Newman, and Andrew Morrissey, and the teacher is Josh Filikow, Bronx Hill School of Science. Congratulations. WISE values social innovations of all kinds, and each year we honor 2 outstanding proposals with an award that reflects the inspirational leadership of their authors. This year's awards, the Creative Idea Award and the Writing Award, are going to inspirational proposals that have truly gone above and beyond to improve the quality of life in their community. The Creative Idea Award recognizes a proposal that demonstrates out-of-the-box thinking and design. The Writing Award celebrates a proposal that is written exceptionally well and conveys complex information in a clear and persuasive manner. We are delighted to honor Yasmin Karikar from James Madison High School with the Creativity Award for designing and implementing Stop Sexual Stigma in Schools. This project raises awareness about and combats sexual harassment within schools, aiming to allow students to feel safer in their schools and more focused on their studies. Our next award, the Writing Award, due to the highly competitive nature of this year's program, is a tie and goes to Maftuna Casanova from James Madison High School for De-Stress, Fear Less, and Mariela Reynoso, Dominica Sherkuda, and Tara Isabel Lago from Staten Island Technical High School for the effective creative writing on teens' mood. These proposals were written with great clarity and focus, superb organization, and impeccable grammar and style. Congratulations to Yasmar Karikar, Maftuna Hasanova, Mariela Reynoso, Dominica Shortota, and Tara Isabel Lago for their outstanding work. You are very deserving of these awards.
Each year, WISE honors an individual for inspirational leadership. This year, because of the many challenges the quality of life educators faced due to the pandemic, and because of their dedication to giving students an enhanced college level experience, quality of life educators whose students completed projects are being honored with a proclamation to recognize their leadership and extraordinary circumstances. This well-deserved recognition goes to Stephanie Fox, Bayside High School, Scott Saviano and Josh Fialco at Bronx High School of Science, Danielle Ferrante, Forest Hills High School, Robin Kovat, James Madison High School, Urbane Blaze, Midwood High School, Kathleen Brennan, Mount St. Mary Academy, Takia Hussein, New Utrecht High School, and Jody Cavallari at Staten Island Technical High School. I would like to read their proclamation. It reads, "Let all who read these words know, whereas QLI teachers named below demonstrated a strong commitment to the Quality of Life Innovations Program, devoted time and energy to realizing the goal of developing social entrepreneurs ready for college and the workplace, established high expectations and standards, invested time and expertise to make a profound difference for young people, guided students with curriculum and effective instruction onto the path of completing a rigorous and college-level project, used effective strategies to help students have a civic engagement experience, be confident, aware of their community, and be able to creatively address real-world issues, and is commended for leading a complex project that gives young people a voice for change, especially during 2021, an extremely challenging year due to COVID-19, and is deeply appreciated and recognized for supporting students during their journey of strengthening their skills, conducting primary and secondary research, and creating feasible and innovative solutions to their issue. Therefore, WISE warmly thanks them and awards them with the distinguished title, Quality of Life Innovations Master Educator, June 2021. Congratulations, and again, thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is David Anderson. I'm the Executive Vice President of WISE. Each year, we recognize an individual who has performed outstanding work in the community. This person is not a QLI student, but someone whose amazing contribution has come to our attention, usually through the media. And this year, we are delighted to recognize Lindsay Manolakis for creating Tiny Purple Pantries, an initiative to help the food insecure during COVID. Seeing long lines of people waiting at food banks in her Brooklyn neighborhood during the height of the pandemic, Lindsay designed and constructed 5 pantry cabinets, installed them along local sidewalks, stocked them with dry goods, and painted them with an inscription, "Give what you want, take what you need." She started with these 5 pantries in the Ditmas Park, Kensington, and Windsor Terrace areas of Brooklyn, but there are now 25 of these pantries throughout Brooklyn and Queens. They are filled and emptied every day by anonymous individuals with everything from pasta to canned goods to dried fruits in a safe, no contact way. Lindsay is really an inspiration to us all, and it's my honor to present her with our 2021 Social Impact Innovation Award. Lindsay. And the inscription reads, "In recognition of her exceptional vision and compassion for others by creating tiny purple pantries during COVID." Lindsay?
Thank you so much, David, and thank you so much. Ooh, we've got some thunder over here. Thank you so much, Phyllis Perillo and the entire WISE organization. I am honored. I am taken aback. I am just very surprised and very proud to receive this award. I also just wanted to say congratulations to all the student panelists. I'm a high school teacher as well, and those proposals were, you should all be very, very proud of yourselves. Very well done. So as David said, yes, the purple pantries were just inspired by seeing long food pantry lines, much longer than anything I'd seen before the pandemic. And I'd seen also the tiny libraries around and wondered why couldn't those be put to better use or a more pressing use. So I decided to make one purple pantry and put it outside my house, thinking that it wouldn't become much of a big deal. And then my neighborhood found out about it, and people were wanted to get on board and wanted to donate food. And then a lot of people wanted one of their own. So I started building a few more and then a few more, and then the media got wind of it. And now we are up to, it's actually, will be 27 next week. I'm going to be going to my school. My school's out in East New York, a little past yours, Tiva, on Flatlands Avenue. And we're gonna be building a pantry with students. They're gonna construct, and then they're gonna install, and the students are gonna be responsible for filling that on a regular basis. I've also got one with my children's daycare. They are 3 and 5, and they helped to paint and install one. And every week the little kids walk over and fill it up with canned goods. So it started as a very small project, and it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And I hope to continue it on even further. My dream is to create I'm a math teacher, so a math based makerspace where students can design and build community projects, whatever is needed in the community, and they can apply some geometry, algebra, trigonometry skills to making that a reality. So I very much appreciate the recognition, and it's just beyond anything I could have hoped for. So thank you all so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Britta Trusky with PwC, who has been lucky to work and volunteer with the WISE program over the last 2 years. Now for the moment you all have been waiting for. We will now announce the first, second, and third place proposals in the 2021 Quality of Life Innovations Competition. Due to very tight scores this year, we will also be awarding an honorable mention scholarship. Earning a scholarship award of $1,000, the honorable mention goes to Maftuna Casanova for De-Stress, Fear Less from James Madison High School. Congratulations. When I announce the following winning proposals, a team representative and their teacher will join us to accept their trophy. Earning a scholarship award of $2,500, the third place scholarship goes to Bronx High School of Science, Increasing Confidence and Safety for Teenage Girls While Traveling in New York City. Mia Zaslows, the team representative and teacher, will now join us to accept their trophy. Other team members were Olivia Grand and Sabrina Tiger.
Thank you so much. I wasn't really expecting this, but this project is something that we chose because we all have to deal with it every day. So now hopefully we can try to make our lives and our peers' lives better.
Congratulations, Mia and team. Earning a scholarship award of $4,500, this year's second place proposal is Mount St. Mary Academy Sustainable Fabric Face Masks. Megan Weber, the team representative and teacher, will now join us to accept their trophy. The other team members is Ariana Perez.
Thank you so much for this award. It's an honor. I wasn't really expecting it either, but I'm just so grateful that WISE gave me the opportunity to create a positive impact in my community that I hope still goes after I'm gone off to college. Thank you.
And finally, it is now an honor to congratulate the winner of the 2021 Quality of Life Innovations Competition. earning a scholarship award of $10,000. This year's first place proposal is Staten Island Technical High School, The Effect of Creative Writing on Teens' Mood. Mariella Risnona, the team representative and teacher, will now join us to accept their trophy. Other team members included Tara Isabella Lago and Dominica Shakraka. Congratulations. Let's now hear from Mariella on the first place team about their experience.
Thank you so much for this award. It means a lot to us. WISE gave us the chance to turn our passion into something that could help other teams, and we're really grateful for that.
Since I'm still on, I just want to say you're all amazing. Congratulations to everybody.
Yes, congratulations to all the winners. Such an incredible accomplishment. With that, I will hand it over to Juliet, the Senior Education Manager of QLI.
Thank you. As this award ceremony draws to a close, let me once again thank PricewaterhouseCoopers, the United Federation of Teachers, the New York City Council, the New York City Department of Youth and Community Development, the Laura J. Niles Foundation, the judges, mentors, and other volunteers, the students and teachers from participating schools, and perhaps above all, the WISE staff for making the 2021 Quality of Life Innovations Program a resounding success. We leave you with a scrolling image of this year's semifinalists, borough leaders, and 26 years of QLI scholars. Thank you.